Birds, we are looking good, man. The Eagles continue to win week after week. It was a little dicey in the beginning, but man, Saquon Barkley is so good at football. Saquon Barkley. Woo! Saquon Barkley, guys, what a game. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable performance by Saquon Barkley. He just looked outrageously good, man. Unbelievable game. Hurts played pretty good too. 108 rating, 15 to 22. Whew, man. Yeah, the Eagles, Saquon Barkley was unbelievable, man. 26 carries, 255 yards, 9.8 yards per clip, 2 touchdowns. Woo, baby, Lando. What a performance by Saquon Barkley, man. He's just so good. He's so hard to stop, man. He's just so good. Sorry, I got some dog hair in my eye. But he's unbelievable, man. A.J. Brown, 6 for 109. Saquon added another 4 catches and 47 yards. The Eagles do need to figure out another guy to catch some balls, though. Oh my gosh, that Washington kicker was the worst thing I ever seen in my life. I can't believe the Cowboys won that game. That Commanders-Cowboys game might have been the worst football game I've ever watched in my whole life. That was one of the saddest performances I've ever seen. What's up, Hong Kong Sports? What's going on? Hong Kong. Puka Nacua balled out, 9 for 117. Cooper Kupp had a decent game, 8 for 60. It's crazy that those two guys can catch 17 balls for almost 200 yards, and the Eagles dominated, man. Dominated. Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty good performance by Seattle. I'm not a big Geno Smith guy. I'm not going to lie, though. He's definitely not one of my favorite NFL quarterbacks. Let's just say that. Arizona couldn't get it together at all in that wet, rainy, windy environment in Seattle. Kyler Murray was pretty awful. 24 of 37. No touchdowns and an interception. They couldn't run the ball at all. Yeah, solid win for the Eagles. I thought the Rams would keep this game a lot more competitive. It was pretty competitive in the first half, and then the second half, woo, baby. Yeah, Saquon Barkley is the best player in football right now, in my opinion. I don't think it's really even close. Let me get rid of this ring light. Oh, there we go. Saquon's unbelievable. I still think the Lions are the team to beat in the NFL. And they're doing that without Aiden Hutchinson. And they didn't have Terry and Arnold today. Yeah, the defense looked a little shaky the first couple drives, and then Vic Fangio really figured it out. It was very impressive. Yeah, the Eagles look great, man. I thought the Rams would keep it a little more competitive and a chance to win this game, but I didn't think Saquon Barkley was going to be that productive tonight. Almost 10 yards per carry. Extremely impressive, man. Extremely impressive. I think the Lions and the Eagles are the teams to beat in the NFC. And the AFC, there's a lot to be desired. Minus the Bills, there's not really a complete team in the AFC, in my opinion. I mean, we saw today, again, the Chiefs struggle with a terrible Panthers team. Yeah, Jeff, I'm a big Lions fan. The Lions were my pick to go to the Super Bowl this year, and I stand by that. Even without Aiden Hutchinson, adding Zadarius Smith, once they get Terry and Arnold back, the defense will be okay. They don't have a great defense, but they have a good enough defense because their offense is unbelievable. Yeah, that Ravens-Eagles game will be very interesting. It'll be very interesting. Not a game I'm looking at betting on, that's for sure. It'll be interesting to see how the Eagles deal with that run attack from the Ravens. JJ! Bird Gang with a big win. Big win today, guys. I definitely thought the Rams would be a little more competitive, but they just weren't. They just weren't, guys. They were not competitive at all. The Eagles' D-line Vic Fangio's got that unit playing so well right now. It's really, really impressive. Guys, if you haven't yet, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are closing in on 12,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much tuning in, chatting some ball with the homies. I always appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. Yeah, the Eagles dominated, man. The offensive line is... I think in my analysis, I underestimated how well the Eagles' offensive line would take care of the Rams' young D-line. Yeah, the Vikings still have a good squad. That defense has been kind of hit or miss for me in Minnesota, so I don't know. Minnesota's a tough team to figure out. Tampa Bay blew out the Giants. Man, the Giants are so bad. Yeah, going into the second half, it was still pretty close. I mean, and then the Eagles' big drive, what was it, the second play of the second half, Saquon went to the house, and it was over after that. Yeah, dude, the Texans are regressing horribly right now, man. They're so bad. Their offensive line is a disaster. I'm doing great, Andrew. Thanks for asking, buddy. How are you doing, pal? What's up, Zach H? What's going on? Sports Production 17. Welcome to the chat, bro. Yeah, Kenny Gainwell's kind of been MIA, put on the back burner a little bit this year because of Saquon, right? But, you know, he's still, when his number gets called. Yeah, the Texans are the worst first-place team I've ever seen in my life, I think, guys. Their offensive line is so bad. Another game with a ton of penalties, guys. This Texans team losing to the Titans at home is a complete embarrassment. DeMeco Ryans should be ashamed of himself for losing this game at home to the Titans. An absolutely pathetic performance. The Titans were 3 for 13 on third down versus the Titans. They've been very good against teams all year, but 3 for 13 at home is pathetic. Straight pathetic. And they sacked Will Levis 8 times and then lost. How do you sack another team's quarterback 8 times and still lose? It's unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. You know how? You commit 11 penalties for 81 yards, and you turn the ball over twice. 11 penalties, 2 turnovers. The coaching needs to step up, man. I think, T-Bone, I think I like the Chargers in this spot, man. They looked great last week. The offense is really coming along there. Yeah, the Giants are a disaster, guys. They're a complete disaster. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, the Cowboys, when Terry McLaurin caught that ball, I was like, the Cowboys are going to lose this game, and then the kicker misses the extra point, like. And the Commanders have now lost 3 in a row. Oh, my goodness, guys. What is going on? Actually, the Giants' D-line's not too bad, but their secondary sucks. Yeah, the Chargers haven't played anyone, but the Ravens have also lost to the Browns and the Raiders. So, the Chargers are way better than both of those teams. Oh, thanks, Taco Truck, man. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, man, I try to be on top of it all I can. I do my tape study each and every Monday. And on Mondays, I watch every game all over again. So, if you follow this channel, subscribe to this channel, and you reach out to the homies, I put the work in. I'm not right all the time. Nobody is with sports, but I put the work in, and, we've been pretty solid. Last week, I went 12-2. I think we're 7-5 this week. I mean, there's some big upsets. The Texans losing at home. If you thought the Titans were going to win that game, then you're a crazy person, but that's the NFL, right? And then the Cowboys had no business winning that game against the Commanders. Jaden Daniels has regressed considerably over the last 3 weeks. And Cleveland beating the Steelers. I mean, come on, guys. But division games are right. DU's 100% right. Division games are always a coin flip. They're always crazy. Betting on division games is something I don't recommend doing, so. Yeah, I never said Jaden Daniels is bad. If you actually follow my content, he's one of my favorite. He was my favorite quarterback in this draft. What's up, Jason W? What's going on, bro? Yeah, I mean, Cliff Kingsbury, he's kind of has a scheme that kind of gets figured out, and we're kind of seeing that happen right now. Yeah, Vikings got lucky today, man. They almost blew that game to the Bears. Caleb Williams looks a lot better over the last couple weeks. I mean, Josh Jacobs is a dog, man. Nobody runs harder except maybe Saquon Barkley. Josh Jacobs is a top 5 running back probably in the NFL right now. I'm a big Josh Jacobs fan. I still can't believe the Texans figured out a way to lose to the Titans. And how about C.J. Stroud stepping out of bounds for the safety at the end of the game? What the hell was he thinking? Yeah, the Vikings defense, Lando, looks a little sketchy to me, right? Like, their defense, I don't know. I don't know what the hell. Giving up 27 to the Bears. Yikes. Well, Ben, remember he had that bad rib injury like 3 weeks ago? I don't know if that's what's causing it, but he doesn't look right. He looked pretty terrible in that game today. Yeah, the Raiders played tough today, too. They played tough. That game was a lot closer than the score indicates, 29-19, but it was a close game. You know, I thought Arizona was going to beat Seattle, too, but Arizona couldn't get it going at all offensively. In that rain, Kyler Murray really struggled. I definitely need to do a better job with my feeling out of the weather because I just overlooked that game thinking that, you know, the weather was going to be okay, and that was my mistake on that game. I put just a $5 bet on Arizona. I thought they would win, but playing in that Seattle environment in that cold, wet rain, I should have knew better than that. For what game, Brandon? Yeah, the Broncos defense looks really, really, really good. They got a pretty easy schedule, too, so. Yeah, Anthony, I agree with you, bro. I think Saquon Barkley should be the MVP right now. Who's better? Who's more important to a football team than Saquon Barkley is to the Eagles right now? Well, going into the fourth quarter, you know, it was a pretty close game. What was it? 16-13 going in the fourth quarter, man. That's the definition of a close game. And then the Broncos scored 13 and the Raiders only scored 6. So it was a pretty close game, man, you know. The Raiders had a lead going into halftime. They were up 13-9 going into halftime. I mean, Saquon Barkley's always been an extremely talented guy, right? It's just playing for the Giants is just a nightmare. Yeah, the Eagles look really, really, really good. Vic Fangio is doing a great job with this young unit. He looks really good. Guys, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get up to 12K by the end of the year. Help me get there, guys. Help me get there. Yeah, I don't know, man. Second best running back. I don't know about all that business, but Jacobs has been really good this year. There's no denying that. Yeah, that's crazy, Brandon. That's crazy. Yeah, the Broncos offense was definitely not firing on all cylinders, that's for sure. Guys, we're up to 11,687 subscribers. Appreciate you guys. And I just put out a new prediction video for Thanksgiving week, week 13. Make sure you check that out too, guys. Last week's video got almost 19,000 views, man. I appreciate you guys. The Steelers just lost to the Browns. They just lost to the Browns. And they're going to beat the Eagles? Andrew, come on, man. You know you don't believe that. Christina Amaral, the beautiful, the stunning Christina Amaral, welcome to the chat. Go Birds! Yeah, the Steelers are stalling out. The defense doesn't look great. Their offense doesn't look great. I don't know, man. I would pump the brakes. Yeah, did they say what happened to Minshew? He looked like he was in a lot of pain. I saw that hit. It was a big hit. Big Dog Dawkins. Go Birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. I live in California, Anthony, so I have to use like an overseas account. I can't use DraftKings because they don't allow you to do that in California. Oh, yeah, I broke my collarbone twice, bro. It sucks, man. Breaking your collarbone sucks. This one's jacked. Look at it, dude. Look how jacked it is. I broke that shit completely in half. I think I think the Titans, I mean, good for the Titans, but yo, the Texans should be ashamed of themselves. 11 penalties for 81 yards, 3 for 13 on third down. Give me a break. Yeah, it's usually like 6 to 8 weeks depending on how bad the break is. That Dolphins-Packers game, Andrew, is going to be a lot of fun to watch, guys. That's going to be a great game, one of the best games of the week. I think the backup is Desmond Ridder. He was with Atlanta last year. Yeah, Desmond Ritter's the backup, the third string. But Aiden O'Connell should be on the way back, right? Yeah, JJ, you're 100% right, dude. I went last year, Anthony. I didn't have enough time this year. Me, my dad, and my wife and my daughter were doing a road trip across the country, so I got a lot of stuff to get together in the next couple weekends. So I didn't have time to make it there this time. But last year we went to the SoFi Stadium for the Eagles-Rams, and it was awesome. I mean, Desmond Ridder sucks really bad. Did you watch Atlanta play last year? He sucks, dude. He sucks. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out to the live chat, talking some ball. If you have any questions about Week 13 games, let me know. Any games you're circling on betting, I would love to help you out. I think there's some really good bets coming up this week, guys. I really do. Okay, so we got a little bit. Yeah, the Texans. Is it possible that the Texans play the Steelers? Let me go on ESPN and see what the playoff picture is looking like right now. Yeah, this is the best Eagles logo right here, man. This is the best one, Big Dawkins. That's the best one. All right, let's go on. Check out this playoff picture, and let's see where we're at. Yeah, the Texans look like trash, Snow, man. I'm sorry, dude. The coaching has been horrible, man. The coaching has just been awful. Straight up awful. The penalties this late in the season, it's all coaching, man. I don't know what the hell is going on. Tunsil looks like the most overplayed offensive lineman in the NFL. I don't know, Anthony. It's going to be between the Lions and the Eagles, you know? So we'll see. Yeah, Ben, it's going to be a game won and lost in the trenches, right? Won and lost in the trenches. All right, guys. Right now, if the season ended today, the Lions and the Chiefs would be the number 1 seeds. The Eagles would take on the Commanders 2 versus 7. Seattle would take on Green Bay 3 versus 6. And Atlanta, the 4 seed, would take on the number 5 seed Minnesota Vikings. Now we're going to shift over to the AFC. Obviously, it's the Kansas City Chiefs, guys. And then the number 2 seed, the Buffalo Bills, take on the Denver Broncos. The Pittsburgh Steelers get a home game being the 3 seed versus the Ravens. And the Texans, the 4 seed, gets a home game against the Chargers. The Texans are going to be a first one and out, man. They look so bad. It's hard to watch them play. CJ Stroud, he's struggling too. The whole team just looks awful. What's up, Colin Osborne? Welcome to the chat, bro. Why would you be concerned about that, Brandon? Tom Brady is a genius. Nobody knows football and winning football games more than Tom Brady. Straight up. You know what? You might not like Tom Brady, but all he does is win. And most of the teams that he was on, he won with a bunch of mediocre guys. The dude knows how to win. Straight up. I don't know. Yeah, the Bills are beating the Lions. Yeah, I mean, we still got some time for these teams to like figure it out and stuff. So over the next 3 weeks, we're really going to start to see these teams like pull away, like the Eagles did versus the Rams tonight. The Rams definitely. I mean, the Eagles proved me wrong tonight. I thought the Rams were going to keep it a lot closer. It looked that way in the first half, and then the second half, it was just all Eagles. The Eagles are a great second half team. But yeah, we got Brandon. We got to see what he can do first before we can judge it, right? I'll take that pedigree over the Davises any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm Davis, I'm letting, especially when it comes to evaluating players, man. I think Tom Brady's going to be a huge asset. I really do. Yeah, Bo Nix, I mean, if you looked at his college tape, man, his tape was impressive. I don't know why so many people they were saying he was a little too old, blah 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 blah. But the dude was really good in college. His second half of his college career, he was really good. Yeah, Michael, you're 100% right. Yeah, the 49ers were struggling, man. Jalen, what's going on, bro? That's got to be exciting. Are you going to the game, dude? Detroit is so lucky to get to host that game. That's so much fun, man. Yeah, we'll see, Brandon. We got to give it some time. 60 points. That's nice, bro. Yeah, Bo Nix looks really good. I mean, he's fundamentally sound. He's got some limitations, right, with arm strength and stuff. Hmm. I don't know. I think Shador Sanders is going to be a head case in the NFL, man. Oh, Jalen, that's so awesome, dude. Have so much fun, man. Enjoy that with your son. That's so exciting, man. I'm happy for you, dude. That sounds like so much fun. Yeah, Cam Ward was my favorite. Like looking at the tape, Cam Ward is my favorite quarterback so far. I haven't done a deep dive at all whatsoever on quarterbacks yet. I've just like started my initial kind of like thoughts on it. But Cam Ward to me stands out the most on tape as a guy that can have success in the NFL. Yeah, the Chargers defense is really good. They're very well coached. And Lad McConkey he's going to be like Julian Edelman, bro. Mark my words. He's actually a better version of Julian Edelman. He's a better route runner. Yeah, the Bucks, they got a long way to go, man. The Bucks got a long way to go. Yeah, I really like Cam Ward. He's my favorite quarterback in this class. This whole class is not a great quarterback class, guys. I think it's going to be like that year with Trubisky where it's a bunch of bums. I don't love this draft class quarterback-wise. I really don't. I know the battle of the hardballs, that's going to be exciting, man. Chargers, Ravens, Monday Night Football. Woo! Back in my day, you talking about Brandon Graham? I like broke even today, Chase. Houston killed me, man. I had Houston in some parlays, and them losing at home to the Titans like killed me. Yeah, back in my day, where did you see that at about Graham? I'm gonna confirm it on CSN Philly right now, guys. Hold on. I don't see anything confirming that yet. Yeah, it says he's got an elbow injury. Oh, no. Back in the day. Thanks for letting us know back in the day. I appreciate you coming in and bringing us some live updates, man. Yeah, they're gonna miss Brandon Graham. He's been excellent. Yeah, it just says he's out for the season 8 minutes ago. My wife's not gonna be happy about that. Oh yeah, I mean Brandon Graham is just such a class act. He's such a good dude. He does so much great stuff in the community in Philly. He's just an overall A+ dude. Oh man, that sucks. That's heartbreaking. Andrew, you know one of my favorite. I love Edgerrin Cooper, man. I love Edgerrin Cooper, man. He was one of my favorite players in college. But the wide receiver, I like what's his name? What's the tight end's name? Tucker Kraft, right? He's been great this year, right? That's his name, right, Andrew? Is it Tucker Kraft? He's been great. And Jordan Love's been like feeding him all year. Yeah, he looks great. I mean, Chase, like in the beginning of the year, my prediction was Chiefs and the Lions. And if the Chiefs get home field advantage, man, it's gonna be hard to beat them at home. But they don't look great. They really don't. Yeah, Xavier McKinney looks really good too, man. He's been a dog. He's like a turnover machine, man. What the hell were the Giants thinking letting him go? I think he did what he was supposed to do, Jamie. He was efficient with the football. He didn't put the ball in harm's way and just won the game for the Eagles, man. Yeah, the Giants, what a dumpster fire that is, man. What a dumpster fire that is, guys. Yeah, it looks like Brandon Graham is done for the year, guys. That's so sad. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Minshew's done for the year with a broken collarbone. It's hard not to say the Giants, Lando. It's really hard not to say the Giants. The Patriots are really bad, too. The Patriots are just not a good football team. The Jets have talent, but they just are not a team. And then when you play football, you got to ride or die with your homies, or you're going to like lose games. And that's what's happening to the Jets. Yeah, Ben. Oh, that's heartbreaking, man. Yeah, Dobbs got smoked. I saw that. Yeah, actually, Big Dog Dawkins, the Panthers' offensive line has actually been performing pretty good. If you look at their PFF grades, they have one of the better offensive lines collectively. So I think he wants to be on a playoff team as a backup, right? Somewhere like Minnesota, San Francisco. I think those places make sense for me. A team that, could use a good backup, I think the 49ers are there. Actually, I think Seattle would be a good spot too. A team with like a running quarterback. Even Washington makes sense. Oh, yeah, Jones said the Cowboys would kill me, man. That would be hilarious. I mean, I think that move worked out for both teams. Aaron Jones is playing great for Minnesota. No, I don't. I think Daniels wants to go to a team that has like a chance to go on a run. You kind of learn. You get like better when you're around better players, right? You know what I mean? So I think that's what he does. Because the Chiefs aren't that good, Jamie. They're just not that good. They're not that good. And Mahomes is not playing great. The offensive line has been mediocre at best, right? So it's, not great. Not great. Not great. Guys, we're 10 more subscribers away from 11,700. So make sure you do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Yeah, Ben. Aaron Jones is a little older too, so he's gonna like not be able to bounce back as much as he did when he was younger. Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take at all, Jamie. I think you're right on the money. I think they're probably going to draft a quarterback as well, and it'll be like Jameis's team for a little while, and then they'll give it over to the rookie. Big Dog Dawkins, you're 100% right. Easily be 5-6. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea either, going to Denver back in my day. Daniel Jones going there with Bo Nix. I mean, that would be great. And from what I heard, Daniel Jones is like a stand-up dude. All his teammates love him, so. Yeah, Sam Darnold hasn't looked great the last couple weeks, so. And like he's been really feeding Hawkinson. Hawkinson's been taking a lot of targets from those guys on the outside. Yeah, Andrew, I don't disagree. If they lost their first playoff game, I wouldn't be surprised at all. It wouldn't surprise me one bit, guys. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if the Chiefs were one and done in the playoffs or they went on a run. They don't really have a choice, right? I think they bring Deshaun Watson back to be like the backup next year. I don't think they just cut him. Because I think if they cut him, like the dead money's like $70 million. It's like you can't even do it. So I think they stick with him. I think Saquon Barkley is the MVP conversation. What player has been more important to a team than Saquon Barkley? I mean, the last couple years, Ben. The last 2 years, last year they didn't look this bad. Like almost losing to the Panthers. Like, yeah, the Bears, man. Oof, oof. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up this live stream. I gotta go walk the dog. She's giving me that doggy eye. So I'm going to go walk the dog. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this live stream. I appreciate you guys. We're closing in on 12,000 subscribers. Yeah, Brandon, Josh Allen or Saquon Barkley, they're my two MVPs, in my opinion. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to hit the hay. I'm going to go walk the dog. Got to go to work tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Make sure you check out my new prediction video. Thank you guys again. Have a great night. Peace.